I am lucky enough to be able to test this new product by Phoenix EOD called Fenrir. This is a new product they've come out with to dual use interior tire dressing. It's not on the market yet. I'm just lucky enough to be able to test it. I told them I would love to be able to try some of the new tire dressing, so they sent me a bottle to test. I'm very excited and honored at the same time that I get to try this before it hits the market. That being said, I'm just in the process of finishing this interior on the Chevy Tahoe. I'm going to be diluting this per the directions on the bottle at 5:1, and then we're going to be using it straight for the tires. So let's get to work. These are not the droids you're looking for. This is the correct bottle. Look, it even says Phoenix EOD Fenrir on it. It's exactly the right bottle. There you go. And I'm sorry about my audio right now. My microphone's died, so I got them on the charger. Okay, so let me show you real quick what the door is looking like right now. Again, I apologize for the audio. It's really hot today. I have all the fans on running in here, so I know I know my audio sucks right now, but there's not a whole lot I can do. I'll get the batteries charged up a little bit on the microphones and use them after this clip. But here's what the door is looking like before we apply the Phoenix EOD Fenrir. Just a general look at the interior here. You know, it doesn't look bad. It's nice and clean. I've already cleaned all this, so adding the Fenrir to it is just going to enhance the look. It's going to give it some UV protection to keep cracks from happening, like the one you see right there. Had they kept a nice coating of Fenrir on this dashboard, that crack probably wouldn't have happened. Okay, I'm going to show you. I have a piece of yellow tape going down the middle of this door panel. So I'm going to do one side and leave the other side untouched so you can see the difference. Door panel where the Fenrir has been applied and where it hasn't been applied, and you'll be able to easily see the contrast between the two. I've already used this on the back hatch a little bit just to try a little test spot. You don't need a lot, it goes a long way. So I'm going to put a couple squirts on my microfiber towel here. Careful not to get it off the glass. It looks pretty good. And like I said, from what I've noticed on the back hatch there, a little bit goes a long way. Which is nice because the less I have to, it's not even about cost saving. The less I have to fill bottles up, the better. It's a huge time savings. Any little thing like that can save you a little bit of time is almost more beneficial to me than saving money. Although saving money is also nice. So there we go, untouched versus touched. So let's get a little bit better look. And it definitely looks much richer and nicer, but not too glossy. Definitely looks a lot better. Also, if you want it more glossy, you can always dilute it a little bit stronger. 5:1 is pretty thin as far as the dilution ratio. Generally, in detailing, most people will use like a more satin finish, as it just looks more sort of professional. If you do prefer a more glossy finish, like I said, you can mix it a little bit stronger, put 2 coats on it, you know, whichever way you want to go. You can make it more glossy if you want to. I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of the interior, and I'll show you what it looks like. I'll probably make a separate video to the tires. Alright, so I finished the whole vehicle now. I'll show you what the interior is looking like after we've applied Fenrir to the whole vehicle. So my final thoughts on Fenrir for the interior. I think it's amazing. It looks great. It's not too glossy. I love the fact that it's concentrated and you can dilute it to your own strength. I am a fan. I like to support Phoenix EOD anyway because it's a great company. They care about the product they put out. They're not just pushing out garbage to make money. They're actually putting effort into this and listening to the detailers that are using their products and making changes accordingly. They keep their products updated. They're on the second version of Chronos, the ceramic coating, and I've seen version 2, and I believe their cutting compound called Papa Cut. They have a second version of that out too, which tells me that they're continuing to evolving. The company is called Phoenix EOD. And the EOD stands for Evolve or Die. And they are doing just that. They are evolving. Plus, the owner is great. Aaron Burkett, he's a great guy. Every time I've ever had a question, he's answered it immediately. He's never just ignored my message. And so for him to be able to take the time to answer some small guy like me, that's the kind of company I want to support. Why support Budweiser when you can support a microbrewery? Anyway, that's my thoughts. Thanks for watching.